Dean, and I'm on the plot. Well, it's quite obvious I'm not on the plot. I'm sat in the comfort of my office. Today is Tuesday the 17th of March. It's about 1:30 and I'm about to go to the plot because we're having a rotavator delivered. If you watched my update video last week, I said we were going to have a rotavator, and I'm going to rotavate everywhere that hasn't got vegetables in it. Now I expect that's going to take me certainly the rest of the afternoon, perhaps a little bit of tomorrow morning as well, but there's lots of things to go in. You saw last week broad beans, garlic, that's all shooting up nicely in my toilet rolls on the allotment. I've also got potatoes chitting in the garage. I shall show you those in a few moments. But I'm a bit croaky, got this throaty, coldy thing, but in true Dunkirk spirit, I'm going to soldier on. So, without further ado, let's adjourn to the allotment. So, just a quick visit to the garage to see on these egg trays. These are my international kidney potatoes, chitting. International kidneys is another word for Jersey Royals, and chitting is where they sprout. A potato has a pointy end and a blunt end, or a rose end. You can see these little indentations here, and this is where these chits come out of, these sprouts. Now we chip potatoes to give them a start, so that I know when I get these in the ground they're already growing. There's going to be no problem. They're going to come up, they're nice and healthy, they're nice and dark and furry. What you don't want are leggy, sort of stringy white sprouts that you usually get if you've left your potatoes in the cupboard for too long. That's no good. They're not healthy, they're not good, they're not going to be strong. As soon as you put them in the ground, they're going to break off, whereas these are going really, really well. Now another reason for chitting is that, just have a look at this one here, this potato's chitted at both ends. So what I can do here is I can cut this one in half there, and I've got a chit this end and a chit that end, so that one seed potato has now become two. And I'm going to find quite a few like that. Not every one, that one's not either. Perhaps I'm not going to find quite a few like that. Oh yeah, there's one, another one that I can do. So I can get a few more, there's one as well. So I can get a few more potatoes than the measly, how many did I give? 4, 8, 12, 16, about 20. So that's it. I should be putting these in the ground. You can put them in the ground when these chits are about ½ an inch to an inch. So these are almost ready to go in. Another couple of more days of sun, and they'll be brilliant. I'll show you what I do with those, about planting them and making a trench and why we do that in a later update. Okay, so I'm now off to the plot. Hello, this is Dean, and I'm back in my office. Well, it's Wednesday morning, and I had quite a successful afternoon yesterday, rotavating the plot. Now, I did take a time-lapse video on my iPad of me rotavating the allotment, so you could see what I was doing. However, it didn't work. It's the first time I've used this iMotion software, and basically it was pretty pants. It seemed to work at the time. I did a few tests, but it didn't come out. So the next video you'll see is afterwards. Sorry about that. Technical malfunction, user error, but you'll see the end product. It's, as I say, it's now Wednesday morning. It's 3 degrees out there. We've got a mist, foggy mist covering the ground. It's bloody cold. I might leave it. I might just have one more cup of tea and then drag myself up to the allotment. So, I'll be back soon. Well, it's now 5 o'clock on Tuesday, and I've rotavated not just my plot, but Neil and Nick's plot as well. So now, okay, looks a bit of a mess. It doesn't look anything like you'd want in the form of beds to put plants into, but at least it's all broken down, lovely and crumbly. Perfect. And that's
all over, as you can see here. And you can see past Neil Nick's bed, past the beam poles there. All that's done as well. There's a couple of areas I couldn't do because there's a big machine and I couldn't get it into all the gaps like in there. But most of it is looking good. So I'll be back tomorrow morning. I could spend a good 4 hours down here and see what progress I make. Back soon. Right, that old bit of blue carpet, that one there that was in front of the shed, is going. And we're going to put a couple of paving slabs down there. But that was a path, obviously, and it's like trying to dig up concrete. Oh well. And there we have it. Couple of paving slabs in front of the shed door. Perfect. Look at that. Solid as you like. Good. Right. Next job. More garlic, I think. Right. Now to get all the weeds out where we rotavated. No easy way to do this. It's just literally walking along a plank of wood so that I'm not treading in the newly rotavated soil, so I'm not compacting it. So it's just walking the plank, as it were, and just pulling the weeds out. Well, back-breaking work, but it's got to be done. And that's about enough there to get me onions in. It's now 3:15. I've been down here for almost 4.5 hours. The last thing I was just working on is Alex very kindly gave me another 3 blackcurrant bushes. So one of them is there, and a red currant. Now, I've no idea which one's the red currant. It could be this little baby, because yeah, they do the branches do look red, don't they? Compared to the black currant, which is a little lighter. So yeah, I could have the red currant there. There's another black currant in the middle, and another one at the end. So I've got a little rectangle of 6. These celeriac are completely in the wrong place now, but they'll be fine. And these leeks. And oh, of course I took you saw me start taking the weeds out of there, so I've got room to put my onions in, which I shall probably do Friday afternoon. So just check the seed. These are the onions. These are the onions that have grown from seed. They're all germinating now. Broad beans looking pretty good too. So I'll be signing off, and I think that's probably going to be it now for a month. So I'll be back in a month and you can see what's changed. Cheery bye.